It was there to ease pressure on the asylum system, said the old government. It's now just a monument to their failings, says the new government. 3 stories, capacity for 500 men seeking asylum. But today the Home Office announced the contract for the Bibby Stockholm will not be renewed past January. For those who currently call it home, joy and relief as we spoke to them today.
We are so happy about the news. We have just heard about the news now, and all the people are celebrating, and all of us very happy, because even if it will close in 2025, at least nobody will face what we already face.
It has always been the case that this country has done its bit to help those fleeing persecution and conflict, and we must continue to do so. But we also have to have a properly managed and controlled system.
That system will no longer include the Bibby Stockholm, a saving of £20 million, says the new Home Secretary and the new MP, whose constituents have fiercely campaigned against the barge forced upon their coast by the last government.
This entire barge, everybody in South Dorset knew, was a gimmick. It was never going to work, and it was a waste of taxpayers' money.
But it's there, so isn't it a gimmick now getting rid of it?
No, getting rid of it is because we're dealing with the backlog. And if we don't renew the contract, we're saving money.
And what happens to the people on board the Bibby Stockholm at that point?
So in my conversations with the Minister earlier, it was made very clear that the undealt with cases on the barge will be processed at pace. So a decision will be made as to whether or not they will be returned, whether or not they'll be able to stay, contribute, work, pay taxes.
And quick decisions is what the men on board this barge desperately want, they say. Just last week, protesting in the rain because of lengthy delays in processing their claims.
Bibby Stockholm is not a barge, it's a prison. It's a prison, it's jail. And the people, the human, cannot live in this jail.
Just 4 days after people first stepped on this boat a year ago, they were stepping back off after Legionella bacteria was found in the water system. They wouldn't return for 2 months. Then, just before Christmas, an Albanian man was found dead on the barge, believed to have taken his own life. Now the Bibby Stockholm joins on the scrap heap the Conservative scheme to deport asylum seekers to Rwanda, and with them hundreds of millions of pounds of taxpayers' money already spent.
The reason the Bibby Stockholm exists is because we don't want to be paying for hotels, well, millions of pounds out to look after migrants in hotels across the country.
I mean, one could say the reason it exists is because of Tory failure over 14 years to handle the immigration crisis.
Well, the biggest announcement, bigger than the biggest Bibby Stockholm, is the fact that they are ending the Rwanda scheme. The principle that was created, that if you arrive in this country, you'll be detained and sent away, that's gone now. So these people are going to just keep coming.
People may keep coming, but after January 2025, the Bibby Stockholm will never be where they end up.
So another big decision just 2.5 weeks into this new government. But there's more behind this than just what it seemed like a government on the march. Firstly, in order to cancel that contract by January, they needed to make a decision soon. But second of all, talking to Labour sources, there is a belief that everything to do with the Bibby Stockholm has been beset by issues right from day one, from Legionella bacteria to suspected suicides. And they want distance from that. They want these issues to be part of a Conservative legacy. As far as Labour is concerned, as soon as possible, they want a line to be drawn under this entire saga.
Paul, thanks very much.